Kakadosh Boker Or, day 48 in Bekiim Bahalacha, page 150. We are in Seif Ain Aleph on Vayvarech David. Right, so that's what we're going to be speaking about today. Vayvarech David. These Pesukim are followed by the passages of Vayvarech David and Az Yashir Moshe. We said these passages because they are the basis for the 15 expressions of praise listed in the blessing of Yishtabach. So let's see 211. Yeah, the passage of Vayvarech David is composed of one section from Divrei Yamim, followed by another section of Nehemiah, right? Ashkenazi prayer books have another Nehemiah. Okay, Nehemiah 9611 795. Okay, fine. In the Rokeach prayer book, the author related that there was a time when the final passage of Pesukei Zimra was a passage from Divrei Yamim, right? And it says, and the cantor, when he stood up to recite the blessing of Yishtabach, right? When Rabbeinu Moshe of Luka, the son of Rabbeinu Kolnimus, right, arrived in Mayentz during the reign of the Emperor Shalom, he says he introduced the custom of reciting the additional passage as we do today, up to the words of Ushmo Echad. Rabbeinu Moshe was a great scholar, and no area of wisdom was beyond his grasp. He was the disciple of Abu Aaron, the son of Rabbi Shmuel Nasi, who immigrated to Italy from Bavel, and was regarded as the father of all secrets.
What is this Divrei? Because we saw it already in Odum.
So, Halakha 212, right, the footnote 212. This reason was forwarded by Rabbeinu David Berdaham. The Kolbo and the Ruch HaChaim offered a different basis for reciting the Pesukim of Baruch Hashem Olam Amen Amen. He says in Vayvarech David, noting that David HaMelech composed this passage, the Tur, right, asserted that this passage was officially added to Pesukim in the era of the Geonim. The set of Rabbi Gaon concurs with this. Sefer Eshkol states technically we ought to recite Yishtabach immediately after Kol Neshmat Aliyah, which completes Pesukim of Zimra, but the custom, however, is to add these Pesukim, which were composed by David HaMelech and Az Yashir Moshe. And see that Urchochaim. Halakha number Ayin Bet 72. The custom is to stand up when we're saying Vayvarech David until the words, and including the words of Atahu Hashem Elokim. There is no halachic obligation to stand up though. However, if someone is elderly or ill and it's difficult for him to stand up, they may remain seated. Look in 213. Shara Kavanot instructs us to stand up while we're reciting the 40 words from Vayvarech David until after the words Atahu Hashem Elokim, noting that the initial letters of these final words spell the sacred name of, right, Aleph Hey Yod Hey, which alludes to the dimension of Keter. Technically, it is unnecessary. Someone told Rav Shmuel Garmizan, right? He says over here that he was accustomed to standing up to recite Baruch She'aman in the passage of Vayvarech David, but now he finds it difficult. He asks if he must apply for Atarat Nedarim. Rav Shmuel answered that if he had always thought that the Halakha demands that he stands up for prayers, but now discovered that it's only a custom, he can change the practice without applying for Atarat Nedarim. His original practice was based on an error. Based on this, Manan and Shalom ruled that elderly people or someone weak, right, or illness or whatever it is, may sit down while saying these prayers. Supporting this ruling is said in Minagim of Harav Yaakov Mulin. Yeah, testifying that Rav Yaakov's custom was not to stand up for the Passover of Vayvarech David. Okay? Next. 73. According to the Kabbalah, at the point the one reaches Vatam Moshel Bakol, one should give 3 small coins to charity. 2 coins together and then a 3rd coin. In this way, one can fulfill the instructions of the Shulchan Aruch, recommending that one gives charity before praying. Everyone should prepare loose coins in advance so that he will be able to fulfill this wonderful mitzvah. Says number 214. Yeah, this was the Arizal's practice, as according to Shara Kavanot. And the Priyetz Chaim, it is also said in Magen Avraham, in Shabra, and the Kavachim Sofer. Actually, the practice of giving tzedaka, while saying Vayvarech David predates the Arizal HaKadosh, the Shulchan Melachim, Ueno, states, yeah, prepare a coin for charity and give it while reciting Vayvarech David following the instructions in the Sefer Hayei Olam. The Shem Gedolim says that the Hayei Olam was authored by one of the early Rishonim. In accordance with the Rabbeinu Yonah, Harav Yosef Yuzpa, right, wrote, right, in that in Krakow, the synagogue constructed by Rav Moshe Isilis, the Ramah, there was a box attached to the wall near where he stood. And he always dropped coins for charity in the box when he recited the passage of Vayvarech David following the instructions of the Arizal. The editor of the newest edition of Noach Katzon Yosef noted that the Ramah could not possibly have had access to the Arizal's teachings. The Arizal arrived in Tzfat in the year 1540. The Ramah passed away in 1542. The editor therefore suggested that the Ramah deduced from Kabbalah that it is a proper practice, just as Arizal had deduced. It is more likely the Ramah knew of this practice through the Hayei Olam. See the footnote to the Keter's edition of Shulchan Esh, Siman 51. Okay, Atam Moshel Bakol. Okay, so basically it predates the Arizal. Okay. It says now Atam Moshe Bakol. The Ben Ish Chai, right? He comes and he specified to give 3 coins when one reaches the words Atam Moshe Bakol. And he added that some people give the 3 coins when they reach the words, right? Ki Cholot Shemaim Varetz. Since there are 2 versions of the instructions handed down by Rav Chaim Vital, right? So he says, one of them says that should be by the word Bakol. And there's basis for this from the Shara Kavanot. The Ben Ish Chai added that the ideal way of giving charity according to the Kabbalah is to hand the money to the charity trustee, which is basically like the Gabai, right? When he distributes, who then distributes it to the poor people. If a poor person comes banging on your door, hand the money to another member of your household so that he could give it to the beggar. Also have in mind that the coin you are giving represents the letter Yod of Hashem's name. The 5 fingers of your hand represent the first letter Hey. Your forearm represents the letter Vav. And the hand of the person to whom you're giving the money to is the second Hey. I remember, Hey, there's your hand. So Hey. So your hand is the first Hey. His hand is the last Hey. Vav is your arm, right? And the coin is the Yod. Okay, so you have Yud Ke Vav Ke. Okay, if there's no person, he says if there's no person, if there's no poor person or charity trustee at hand, designate a pouch or purse for charity money. Hold it. Yeah, he says over here, hold it in your left hand when you recite V'atam Moshe B'Kol, and use your right hand to deposit the coins into the pouch, which takes place of the poor person for the moment. Okay, what about on Shabbat now? Shabbat you can't give tzedaka. So the Od Yosef Chaim raised the practice of some people who prepared the envelope containing 2 coins and another one containing 1 coin, labeling them such as such. They placed the 2 envelopes in the 2 ends of a kabi and left them there through Shabbat. On Shabbat morning, when you recited these words, they pictured the 2 envelopes in their minds, eyes, and thought. I pledge, right? And basically they pledge to give the 2 coins and the 3rd coin to charity. After Shabbat, they took the coins and either gave them to the poor person or charity trustee or deposited them in a charity box. So therefore, they're doing it also on Shabbat. Next, how do you handle a large coin or a bill? Let's say you have a dollar bill. A lot of people here, they give dollar bills. How do you do it then? So he says, the Kaf HaChaim wrote that someone has no small coins, but he has coins of large denomination and cannot afford to give at once to charity. This is not a reason for him to forgo the fulfilling the mitzvah. He should hold a large coin or bill in his right hand and declare, I'm giving 2 cents worth of this coin to charity, then place it in his left hand. After that, he should pick it up again with his right hand and declare, I'm giving 1 cent of this coin to charity, and then place it in his left hand. If he's in the middle of Pesukah Zimra, when he cannot speak, he should think these things. He should do this for a number of days until he has pledged the entire value of the coin he's using, and then hand the coin to a poor person. Yeah, it's like you're doing okay. But again, obviously nowadays we don't have a large coin like that. Because even if you're taking $1,
You have a $20 bill?
yeah, but that's a bill, not a coin. Again, this is talking about a large coin. You're talking about or a large bill or a bill. So you're saying it's like on the bill. Okay, fine. Giving charity.
It's easier to put 3 coins than here.
You're right. You're right. Yeah.
So that means that it's not a symbol, but
So now it says in number 215, giving charity before praying. The Talmud, Gemara Batra 10a actually says, Rabbi Lazar has had the practice of giving a coin to the poor person and then praying. As it says in Pasuk, Vadim b'tzedaka chesed fanecha. We're going to see your face through charity. This practice is cited in Shulchan Aruch, Tzadik Bet, Rabbi Menachem, right? Hamini comes and he explained that the mitzvah, the Amiri, right? He comes and he explains that the mitzvah of giving charity acts as a lobbyist on the giver's behalf, enhancing his prayers. The Chesed Alafim, Rabbi Eliezer Papa pointed out that Rabbi Lazar, he felt that he needed to boost the mitzvah charity each day to help his prayers to be accepted by heaven. We dare not consider approaching Hashem in the prayer without actually helping this mitzvah. The Shara Kavanot specifies that we can fulfill this step through giving charity while saying Vayvarech David. It is not necessary to give it before Shachrit. So that means you don't have to give it before Shachrit. Vayvarech David, that's already good enough. Okay? The Kav HaChaim Sofer, however, instructs that we should give the 3 coins before entering the synagogue. Since this is the plain meaning of the verse, right? So he says an additional 3 coins could be with them. According to him, you have to give 6 coins. 3 before coming to Shachrit and 3 for Vayvarech David. Okay, this does not seem to match the instructions of the Rizal. However, when the Talmud states to give charity before praying, the term praying refers to the Amidah only. Likewise, the Ben Ish Chai made no mention of giving charity beforehand, other than just Vayvarech David. Of course, there's nothing wrong with giving charity and extra charity each time as receiving delay. It could only increase the blessings that one will receive in return. The Kav HaChaim Sofer, really, there was a person who had the practice of giving 3 coins every single day before entering the synagogue, and again while Vayvarech David. One day he failed to keep up his practice, and that night he dreamt that he was being rebuked for missing his commendable practice. So Chotzio Mutzafi, right, that starts the tradition among the Jews in Iraq who immigrated to Yerushalayim, is that whenever the Kav HaChaim related such a story about an anonymous person, the author was the person to whom it happened. Meaning, he was coming and telling over a story. it was really him, but he just didn't want to say it. Obviously, so he said, but really, the story was about himself. Have a wonderful day, everyone.